Okay, so we're starting back in a different week, and so let's talk a little bit about evidence-based policing, something that I'm just going to call EBP. So, when we think about like what evidence-based practices are, this is sort of a mindset to keep about policing in general, right? And what this main movement is all about is using data and research and stats to make informed decisions about policing. So it's a fairly simple, idea to comprehend, and is probably something that most of us probably say that we do, or that we would want to advocate, right? Then, on its sense, then, for you guys that are, you guys are in grad school, have been in undergrad, right? This is like an intuitive idea, right? So recall, just this is, I don't think this really matters, but we're just going to talk about it anyway. Recall though that data is information, and RD is, or research design is about getting good information and the stat part, this is about summarizing and inferring or making inferences about information. So we want to leverage each of these in order to make a better inference, right? Because if we can make informed decisions, so if we can make informed decisions, the idea then is that we are, better able to allocate or use limited resources. Because one of the fundamental problems of, really any problem, right, is this issue of scarcity, where there are infinite wants or desires and limited means to achieve those desires or get those desires. So what we'll end up doing for this week of, or for this section of videos, right, is to kind of go in and discuss some of the issues that limit evidence-based policing in practice, why it's easier in some cases, why it's not so easy in others, and what are some challenges, or what are some things to keep in mind, especially since you guys may be in a position where you're working in admin or decision-making process for a police department, or you could be in a position where you're called on to advise, or you're a faculty, or working for a research group elsewhere. So we'll kind of unpack that a little bit. So but